pretty much what I'm finna say right here, like diversity, right? You take this apple, put it in the middle of the oranges. How does that look? It probably look pretty weird. Think about how that feels when you talk about diversity. This is what diversity is like, right? You have all oranges in one apple. That apple has to have a different mindset, a different kind of skin to be able to be around orange. Because orange is going to say, wait a minute, it's a different texture than us. We got orange skin. We got orange. It's not the same as us. And then he going to be fighting different little fights and internal battles that he going to have to fight just to be amongst the oranges, let alone, trying to thrive and survive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and people are going to say, and that's a blessing, that person should be there, they should be happy, but the stuff going on behind the scenes,
Boy,
you know what I mean?
For real.
Like, man, making them think, is it worth it every day, every time they come to work?
And see, even put this in perspective.
Diversity is kind of more of an even, thing. We got to,
and put this in perspective for you. Let's say company A has an executive board, right? And they have all oranges on the board, all oranges, but they're hiring all apples under them. Under them is mostly apples, some oranges sprinkled in. When PR hits, they start hitting news and stuff. They start talking about diversity. Wired is all oranges on the executive board. Now they bring in one apple in the middle.
Now it's balanced.
And then to make things crazier, the apple is limited on what it can do compared to what all the oranges can do. This happens in real life. Even if the apple's qualified, has the same things, master's degree and all that, the apple still will be treated differently than the orange. I've seen it in real life.
Do you think that's I'm saying, do you think that's the myth, the treatment and the expectations for the apple in a situation like that? Is that real?
I'm going to say working in IT.
Yeah.
You get to see things from a different point of view if you're objective about it. And I've seen things that the apple feels like I was brought in to the executive board as a token for the PR, but I don't have the same what am I trying to say? I don't have the same rules or I'm limited in the capacity of what I can do compared to the oranges because I'm the only apple.
Yeah.
And what I would tell the apples is the only way most of the time what we got to get to is you got to own your own stuff so you can run your own show. The moment you try to go in there with the oranges and try to run a show, that's probably not going to work.
So
you got to be astronomical probably to pull it off.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As an apple being in there, you think the apple has to work twice as hard for the same recognition?
Sometimes. There are cases like that, sure.
Or, they just because they're the token, they don't have to do anything. They just have to be a face.
Sometimes you don't have to do anything. Sometimes you got to do double the work. It just depends. It's like case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
And sometimes you could be in the company cultures really well. That could be the case, too.
So
but there are cases. It's no one size fits all, but there are cases. You know what I'm saying?